I got into yoga because I always remembered my dad saying to me when I was young, you would be a good yoga teacher. And I at the time didn't even know what a yoga teacher was. But later on, when I started doing yoga, I realized that my father was doing yoga. He did shavasana every day after lunch, and he stood on his head every morning for half an hour. And I had no idea that that was yoga. I got into it very softly and was taken to it and started to be practicing on a regular basis for 25 years. I got into teaching because my yoga instructor wanted me to be a teacher, which I disagreed with in the beginning, but now I can see he was right, and he saw something that I at the time didn't see. I was very busy, just like everyone else, and he just knew. He said, yes, you definitely have to be a teacher. My friends, and including myself, we've been in sports, and we've worked out really hard so that if we didn't hurt the next day, we didn't feel like we had a good workout. And that's why yoga is so special. I believe an exercise routine has to be sustainable. And in yoga, we believe that you only work out 80%, not 100%. And if you hurt the next day, you definitely did too much. I'm teaching across the street from my house at the Wegmans organic farm. We have a beautiful barn. And as I outgrew my studio, my husband said, well, you know, you might think about making that yoga studio upstairs in the barn, which is a beautiful, wonderful space because it is on the farm. It smells good. We plant organic food. We have chickens. You hear the roosters sometimes. And we have the windows open. And it is just a really great feeling. Students really enjoy themselves. And they keep saying that it has a magnetic feel up there that is so calming and so perfect. And that's how that studio came about. And the fact that it is on an organic farm where we're producing organic food, it really fits. And the way it all came about was amazing, how I ended up being a teacher at the same time as we started growing organic food. And it's just a perfect fit. I believe that yoga and nutrition go one in one. Once you become aware of what you're doing correctly and incorrectly, you also can apply that knowledge to your food. I believe that I can make a difference with this DVD. With today, our crisis of obesity and people not knowing how to eat, I think I really can change that. It is a small change, but I believe it will grow. And the more people become aware of what to do and how to live healthy, the better it is for everyone. This DVD is designed to do yoga at dusk and at dawn. So at dawn you do different exercises than you do in the evening. In the morning you do more back bends and you do more stretching to get you ready for the day. And towards the evening you would like to do more breathing and a practice that gets you ready to rest from a busy day. My DVD is very basic yoga at a beginner level, that I explain everything that you need to know. How to stand, where to stand, I explain the props, I explain where you should be feeling it, which is usually the question that people have. When I do this, where am I supposed to be feeling this? Because the awareness is not there of being able to say, this is actually good pain. This is what you need to feel. This is just a little bit uncomfortable, and work through that discomfort and you will arrive at a point that will be new and very beneficial. At the same time, I felt that not everyone has an hour to practice yoga in the morning, so I designed a short version, which is without any instructions, just to classical music, which, by the way, is also very beneficial and healing. And you do yoga, that same program, in 30 minutes. So it's a short version for the time when you really know what you're doing and you're at the point where you say, I don't want to listen to this, or you don't have enough time. I hope to change the perception and create awareness with the body and mind. I like to use props because it allows you to feel the pose the way an experienced yoga person would feel the pose. So we have straps, we have belts, we have blocks, we have blankets and bolsters, and they all aid in you getting in you getting the benefit of the pose. The breath in yoga is probably the most important. If you don't breathe, your body doesn't get oxygen, and we know that every cell in our body needs oxygen. So by breathing, first of all, you stay in the moment and you're concentrating, and it allows your muscles to take in oxygen at the same time. It allows the body to be healthy while you're practicing. So we talk about oxygen as prana, and prana is what we need to live. It is extremely important. And I pay a lot of attention to the breath. And I teach about breathing through the nose, which is so important because by breathing through the nose, our air actually gets filtered first of all. It gets analyzed in the brain, it gets warmed, and it gets taken into the lungs much more pure than if you would breathe through your mouth. That's when yoga really helps you. You can go back to your ujjayi breathing, you can relax, the picture becomes very clear in your head, and you can make decisions. Ujjayi breathing is probably the most important thing I've learned in yoga because it calms the nervous system. And how nice do you have a tool that calms the nervous system, because we tend to be in situations where we get stressed and where we're nervous, and to be able to just take a nice breath and a slow exhalation and keep doing that, that is wonderful to have. So yoga is something that you really apply throughout your life, throughout your daily routine, and hopefully it stays with you. If you stick with it, you will see the results quite fast. It is very noticeable. You will probably sleep better, you will feel more agile, you will be more balanced, and I think you recuperate faster. Yoga has to be a priority. It's very hard to fit it into your life because we all are very busy, but I miss it if I don't do yoga. I feel it, and I make it a priority in teaching. When you teach yoga, you continuously have to learn and you have to be engaged in the practice in order to stay with it. So it has to be a priority, even though it's harder sometimes, but I live yoga.